Greetings, welcome to Me and You Tarot and Oracle readings, Intuition Oracle, I must say. Well, today I'm going to deliver the messages which I got from the Divine. That is the four major archangels and Divine Flames. Well, let's see what I'm telling you. These messages are valid up to 12th of October. So let's see. What is happening, in this journey of twin flame. Every person that is masculine, feminine is trying to put themselves into a figure. They want to say something about them. For example, um, let's consider you are passing by and a stranger is going just opposite to you. Now there is a thought in your mind whether to say hi or not to say hi. Okay, now he's a stranger to you. Suppose you're feminine, he's a stranger to you. What will you do? Either you will say hi, hello, or you will not say that. But consider, if you say hi, after 10 years you're going to have this person in your life as your husband. Then this meaning changes, right? So similarly, every person is trying to state something regarding them, like what is going on, what they want to say, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. So first of all, we are going to see the messages for the masculine. So here we go. The first message for the masculine from the divine is that love is doing this. There is more love. So blaming is not happening, but hurting is happening. So it's like, from the masculine side, uh, it's like whether you're talking about the feminine, whether you're talking about yourself, many of you are going through a kind of transition period where there is love or aspect about love. And when this aspect enters in your life, in your world, what is happening that you're not blaming that person, that you are liable. No, you don't blame, but what is happening that, hurt is happening. For example, say you and your feminine are together, but something happens, maybe a thing went against you, or you feel like it's not a good thing that happened, or you feel like your feminine is not responding to you in well manners. What do you say? That I dislike you, this kind of thing. Or you could say in anger, like, what the hell you're doing? Do you know what are you talking about? So it's like, you say something, you're not blaming that person, but it creates a hurt, more hurt, and that hurt is more painful. And why this hurt happens? Because there is love, more love aspect. More love is like, there could be some people who are disrespecting each other and blaming each other too much, but at the same time, when there are people who are with love, who are together based on love, then I just want to tell them that this connection, this divine message is for them. You know that when love is too much, way too much, then it's like you feel blaming is not the option right in your hand. But what you do is that whatever you do, it creates a hurt. So for example, consider there's a car, okay, and you have safety measures, but there are way much safety measures that even you are not able to sit properly. What is going to happen then? The safety is built for you, but if you're not able to go inside the car, then what is the use? Same is happening there. The next message is that masculine still trust feminine. Well, that's a message which should be conveyed to the feminine, that masculine is having trust on the feminine. They haven't loosened the trust. That's a wonderful thing. Hats off for them, for whoever masculine is doing this, because these messages are from the subconscious aura, and the people who are following this kind of message, who are understanding this, who are doing this, then really hats off for them, because that's a kind of achievement for them. The next message is feminine don't have trust on them. Well, this message came into the masculine part. Feminine, on the other hand, are not having trust on them. So when we talk about trust, then it's just not about a matter of trust. It's like, suppose your masculine is smoker, okay, and he told you that he's going to quit smoking. But you don't believe that. So somebody could say that, oh, you went outside for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so I guess you did smoking. A kind of trust issue. Or at the same time, in the evening, maybe you know that he's not looking for someone else than you, but still you feel like you in the evening you went to a party, so you must have met to someone. It's like things are going on. They don't have trust on you, or a trust issue is going on. This is because it is happening. This is a divine message. I'm just telling you. The next part is masculine is trying to run away from relationship, not living. Well, that's a wonderful message. You know, many people are given a kind of work in their life. Once they complete that work, then it can become like an achievement. But to go towards that kind of goal, to deal with this kind of aspect requires huge patience, huge work from within. Like, for example, if you want to control your diet or you want to become a diet regimen, then what you need to do is that you need to control your habits. You need to control your food style, your timing, and what else you eat. I mean, you need to control each and everything. You even need to um, control your sugar intake. So this is exactly not easy. It's very easy for some people to say that, oh, I won't take a tea for a day. But if you are asked not to take a tea for the whole month, then it is a huge change for you. So what is happening that, masculine is not trying to leave the relationship. Many people, you would have found that your masculine is not leaving the relationship, not leaving, but is trying to escape it. Um, how to convey this message to you? Suppose we take an example of angry or agitated person. It could be teenager, it could be you, it could be feminine, it could be masculine, whatever. You're angry because of a statement, because of an argument, or because of something which happened in your life. Maybe when you're together, something happened, and in anger, what do you do? That I want to take a walk. I want to take a walk. Don't want to talk to you right now. So you say that and just leave the home. Maybe you will take key and maybe you could drive for hundreds of miles. Or maybe even you will go without telling anyone to any kind of holiday destination. But after 10 days, 7 days, or 7 hours, or even after just 15 to 30 minutes, you will come back to home with or without a smile. Maybe with a neutral face, but mostly with a smile, 20% chance. If this is happening, then what is meant by that? It means you're not leaving relationship, but you're trying to run away from relationship. This is happening. Muskan is trying to run away. Something went out of his hands, something went against his will, so he's not ready to handle. That's why he's running away from relationship. Okay. The next message for masculine is like masculine still think about feminine. Well, that's another good sign. Masculine, it's still thinking about feminine. Just a minute, I will talk to you. So I'm back here. Okay, so masculine is thinking about feminine. Well, he's thinking about feminine is like he has not forgotten her and he still has her in his mind and he is thinking about her. Like we can't say about a specific time, but anywhere when he's alone or maybe he is doing doing the work when he used to talk to her, he's remembering her. So that is about one thing. The next thing is that masculine still think about feminine and thinking about intimate moments. Well, that's another sign which we need to understand. Thinking about intimate moments means what? Well, both masculine and feminine, we're talking about the twin flame session. Both flames ignite, and when they become one, then it's something different. Well, when that moment has appeared in masculine's life, then he is not forgetting those moments. Well, how to tell you that? Suppose you think like your masculine is cheating you, or your masculine is far away from you. Suppose you think like this, then just think that suppose he's with someone else, okay, and he's thinking about doing intimate thing. Just consider for your curiosity. Do you think he's going to be that kind of happy? This is a serious question. Because when you are with your loved one, then things do change. Consider yourself for the first time when you fall in love, or when you're the greatest happiness in your life and you were extremely happy. Like, suppose you got your degree in your hand, or whatever happened. Maybe you found your mother out of illness, whatever happened, and you are the most happiest person. Did you care for others? Suppose you are going towards your happy moment, like suppose you come to know that your mom out of coma, or uh, it's your engagement day and you're just happy. Do you consider about what is going on around you? Someone is crying, someone is saying something, someone is waiting for someone, maybe someone is not getting tickets for the movie. Do you know about that? Do you care about politics? Do you care about his past relationship? What will happen the next day? Whether he will try to go against you? Do you think about it? No, because you were totally happy. Similarly, when Musclan is thinking about you, he is thinking about the intimate moments. Because those moments are special. We're talking about the twin flame connection. And if this connection happens between you and him, then trust that he is badly missing you. The next part is Musclan is silent and calm. Yes, he's silent and calm. Calm means what? He's not angry. If you have seen him being angry right now, he's not that angry. He's calm within. Like he came to know, he came to understand something. Well, these messages are being guided by Divan, but for the first time, I'm telling you these messages in clear-cut manner. But because of that, many things have happened till October. Suppose your Muskan is born 80, or Muskan is born 90, Muskan is born 75, whatever. From that period till now, so many things have had happened. Like maybe for the first time when you meet your Muskan, you were like a kid, relationship not taking seriously. But then many things could have happened. Illness, hospitalization, money matters, puzzles, job being lost, so many things. So many things have changed, and this made your Muskan tough, or think practical more in ways. So many things have happened, and right now because of that he's calm within and silent. Silent means not communicating with you. Silent, just like, okay, I want to be silent. This is again the part of my oracle reading. Silent is what? Silent is like not communicating, but it is actually not true. When suppose you're doing meditation, okay, it doesn't matter whether you meditate with others or whether you meditate in a garden, in a hall, you're meditating together, then all of you are doing the same thing. That is closing your eyes, sitting in the good way that you can, and meditating. Calmness for a few minutes or an hour. But if you're asked to meditate in the garden, what will you do? Lots of noises. People are going by, kids are playing, animals are there, birds are there, vehicles are there, noise, pollution, but still you're doing. But you will be able to do that if you are firm on your decision. What is happening? Musculan is silent. That means he has to say something, and he is trying to say something but is not doing. He's trying to just observe something, like meditating. Because of that phase, he's silent. Doesn't mean he is not saying something. He want to say something, but he's just becoming silent. The next point is Musculan is looking for outer happiness, like in job, etc. Outer happiness. Um, well, suppose you were together with your Musculan, happy life, but then now suppose you're not with your Musculan, or you had an argument with him. He has to take out the anger. How will he do that? He's going to gym. He'll hit the gym, or in job. Maybe he's having the position. He will maybe become angry on people. He will be frustrated. Maybe he will go and watch a movie, or he will smoke, he will drink to take out the frustration. So he's trying to find the happiness in outer side, like in job. Suppose he went there, so he's just saying that okay, I will deliver. I'll give my 10 hours to this job instead of 8 hours. Or he's just driving. He doesn't know why. He just driving. Yeah, you said that. Yeah, I'm good. I do drive good. I'm good. I'll drive more. So it's like he's looking for outside happiness. This happiness like investing his time somewhere. Here I did not talk about any interference, okay? It's just about finding some time to be invested into something. Okay, so this is all about the masculine feelings. Let's find out what feminine messages are there from divine. Well, the first message is that feminine is unhappy. This is the message. Feminine is unhappy. The second message is feminine blames herself. Well, that's a good thing to know. Blaming procedure is it's something different. Blaming procedure is like why do we blame? We blame because we are unable to understand the situation, or we have lots of guilt within, or we have lots of hurt. If we have lots of hurt, we would cry. But when we feel like we have injustice happened, or we feel like only myself is in trouble, the other person is smiling, then we think it's unfair, and we try to put on the blame. The blame is because we feel the guilt and we don't want to accept the guilt, or we feel like the person is rejecting the responsibility. That's why we want to point towards that person that look, this is still the thing, this is still happening, this is not yet complete. So feminine is blaming herself because many things have happened and she thinks like whatever happened, the suppression, the movements, the unhappiness is because of her mood swings. But it is not true. Many times situation occurs in such a way that any person into the situation can get blown away. So what kind of example should I give to you? What kind of example? I'm still thinking. Okay. Um, just feel like, just take an example of bungee jumping. You are going there to do the bungee jumping for the first time, and maybe you're without any confidence. Maybe your family is not there, no one is supporting you, your friends are not there, maybe they're somewhere else attending a party, whatever. You went there, and your instructor is like very strict, and he told you something like you could be afraid of, like you could fall directly and you would feel like, oh my god, this is horrible, but do not fear. So it's like listening to this, you could feel like, oh my god, what is that? So you would say, no, 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 I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So what will you do? You will just come back. You won't do the bungee jumping. But then what? You blame yourself. I went there, but I didn't do that. But no, situation was like that. You didn't have the confidence within. No one was there, was pressing you, and your instructor was uh, putting a layer of fear on you. So any person on your place could have done that. So it's a simple thing. No one can go against situation. Situation is like that. For example, suppose it's your busiest day, okay, and you need to reach your home. Maybe your twin is waiting for you, and suddenly you found the traffic. Then someone is there, and you need to help that person. Maybe the person is in real danger or real trouble, and you just think that you should help that person. So you invested your time. Maybe your phone's battery is low, or maybe your network was gone, network is congested, and then you reach to your place after 3 hours, and your twin is just saying you ended everything. What could you do for that? Are you responsible? No. No way you're responsible for it. You are not responsible for it. Situation created all the drama. Next thing. Feminine doesn't think, uh, say, and okay, just I'll read the message again. Okay. Um, she is not ready to talk to him and not ready to accept a hug from him. Like she's not ready to go and give him a hug. She's not ready. Like, sometimes it needs courage. At first, and I mean, anyone could say that I got a girlfriend, I'll just go and I'll just give her a hug. Or you say that I have a boyfriend, I'll just go and I'll just give him a hug. That's easy and that's simple. But when you appreciate each other, when you accept each other as twin flame, then responding to each other's emotions, and when there is such kind of situation when any one of you could cry, at that time giving hug is like accepting 10,000 lbs on your shoulder. It's not at all easy to go and hug a person. No, it's very, very difficult. If someone told you that go and take a walk for 10 miles without stopping, you would do that. But if someone said that go and give a hug to your twin flame, you won't do that, because if situation is not good, then you feel like so much lbs is on your shoulder and more on your heart, and heart is such tender, right? So this is not happening from the feminine. And she's also not expecting certain greeting from him. So there are so many blockages that could happen. A kind of blockage is like not clearing the mind. It's like, suppose you want to buy your first car and your parents are there. They want to gift you a car, but now they want to give you a car that is a pre-owned car, the car that has already been used, or there has been one single owner to that kind of car. What you say is that you say that I don't want this car, I want great car like Porsche. But who is going to pay for that kind of thing, right? So you are not clearing your mind. You just blocked yourself. Now because of that, your parents are not able to give you a gift, and you're not able to accept the gift from from your parents. At the same time, you don't have a kind of influence who could let you buy a kind of such a big car, because it is out of your budget. So what will happen? You'll ultimately block yourself. This is happening. You blocked him in your mind. That's why you're not allowing him to come to you. We have aura around us, 7 layers. Each layer corresponds to anything. If any negativity enters in that kind of aura, then we feel polluted. We feel like our mind is diverting. We feel like our heart is not responding well. Something is wrong. Like many times, intuition also go wrong, and we fall like we are falling into pitfall every time. It's because your aura is not cleansed. That's why you're not expecting a certain greeting from him. You're blocking him. The next thing is that feminine is like she doesn't want to be with someone else. Now it's very easy. So many people could be talking to you like he's not responding to you. Okay, now leave this relationship and go and meet someone else. But it's not easy. It's not easy for someone to start a new life. I mean, changing a job is something different. Changing a vehicle is something different. But changing your life partner, there comes a question. Because if you're able to change your life partner just like your clothes, then what about yourself? What about your thoughts? And what about your life? Should you call yourself as you're living a wonderful life? So many of you are thinking like that, because when you call someone as a twin flame, it's because you want to be with your twin flame. It doesn't matter whether you feel like, okay, he's disrespecting me, or it's like our life is like a bumpy road. And you could even say that if I marry someone else, or if I become, if I think about someone else, that someone who would be on my terms and conditions, then my life would be like heaven. But you don't want that, because once you find a connection with someone, you feel like he's the person you want to be with. It doesn't matter what the person is doing. Maybe the person is angry, maybe the person is rich, poor, it doesn't matter. What matters is a connection from heart. That connection, as per you, is already established. And that's why you don't want to choose anyone else. Like parents choose us. Now we can't say that I want different parents. No, it's a completely wrong thing. However, in marriage also, so many people have this kind of perception. Like at the time of marriage, to let the person enter in your life sexually, mentally, physically, personally, financially, socially is really different thing, because you're giving him lots of authorities over you. You're giving him credit, you're giving him responsibility, you're accepting his responsibility. At the same time, you're sharing the things together. You're not giving him the load. You say that whatever you do, now I'm with you. And now suddenly someone says that now you are without that person. That thing hurts. That's why you're not accepting someone else. You don't have this kind of thing in your life. You're not accepting someone else. Now, next thing is, she need to shout louder. Well, this message has actually been clarified yesterday, but I didn't post this video. So it's like I'm actually doing it today on Sunday. So it's like um, feminine need to. I mean, there is a situation like, suppose I give you a kind of example. Suppose you saw your mother dying before your eyes, or so many kind of ridiculous things. Ridiculous is because you can't do anything about it. You want to cry, you want your mom back, but you don't get it, and this feeling hurts forever in your life, and you just put blame and blame and blame. Even if your twin flame is there, you still have this kind of thing. Well, recently I come to know about an example. I want to let you know that there was a woman who was going, to attend a celebration. She was going to be in a celebration, but what happened that her uncle got a kind of chest pain. So she said that because of that, to leave the uncle is not a good choice. So she said that all of you go there, I'll just stay with uncle. So she was staying there with uncle. She was an elder woman, almost say 30, 35 or 40 years old, maybe more than that. So she was staying with her uncle. But what happened, next day when everyone went, she was alone with her uncle, and suddenly her uncle had chest pain. Now she was alone, and people living nearby were maybe 1 or 2 miles away. So she wasn't able to call anyone for help, and she didn't understand what to do. So in that way, she saw how or what is happening with her uncle, the way he was crying and everything. And finally, what happened? He left his soul in peace on her thighs. He put his head over there, like a mother puts the head of her child on her thighs. He did that and he went. Now this was so shocking for her to see her own uncle, who had seen her lifestyle, her childhood, her so many moments from childhood to grown up. Since that day she was feeling like something would happen and she will die. So she was visiting doctors every day, every day, every day, every day, almost. So her husband could come, her mother-in-law could come. But finally what happened, that because she was still having this kind of emotion, they did all the tests, nothing was negative. She was being counseled, but she wasn't understanding that. Once she was counseled, she could be steady for up to 2 months. But again, back to this kind of thing. So finally, her husband was angry. He came and said that, tell her that because of that, her child was attending the massive part of her life, was going to give the exam. She was not able to do the exam because she was investing her time instead of her mom into the kitchen. So tell her that I'm not going to marry, and if whatever going to happen, let it happen, because please come to senses that nothing wrong is happening. But she was not understanding. So this created a mess or hell in her life. Similarly, this is happening in you. What you need to do is to go to a kind of place you can, or you need to open your aura and scream. You could even do that in your personal life. Like you could even scream in your mind. You're holding on to lots of hurtful emotions. Lots of hurtful emotions you're holding on. That is creating a pain in your chest, a pain in your heart. Okay? And this pain is really, really, really bad. and you need to get away from this kind of pain. You know, suppose for example, you are being very good girl. Since your childhood, you haven't done any kind of bad thing. But if something wrong happens to you, your twin flame is not talking to you, something happens negative, you think like, what is happening this with me? I didn't do any kind of thing. So why is this happening to me? You need to cry. But you do not cry. You hold the emotion because of your society, because of your parents, because of your father, mother, brother, sister, everyone. Finally, what happens? It goes against your will and wish, and you feel like you're dying. Get out of this kind of emotional phase. Express it. Scream, shout. If you don't want to scream outside, at least scream inside. Okay, let these emotions pass on. I don't want to hold to these emotions. Suppose you're driving a car in a road and every single car is stopping with you. What will happen? It will create a mess, a traffic jam. Do you want to have the traffic jam in your life? Let it go away. No one should stop on the road. Everyone should go away because you need to reach to your destination. Doesn't matter if you don't know your destination. There will be roads, there will be signs in your life. You will come to know whether to move to right or left. Even you go to a wrong road and you will meet a river, don't worry, a bridge can be established. Okay, you will meet so many good people. What you need to do is to handle your situation with care. Okay, the next point to the feminine is like she needs to cleanse aura by salt water. This is what I do. I did it and it really helped me, and I guess that this is also going to help you because this is a divine message to you that if you're unable to cleanse your aura, then just put some salt in your bathing water and just to do your normal bathing, and just you will find fine. Okay, next thing is that feminine needs to or can do to write his initial letter on a paper and draw 3 divine circle around to it to give him protection. Okay, this is not a kind of spell, first of all. This is a kind of understanding your true world. Well, you are still thinking about your twin flame and he is not with you. So, what is the matter then? What to do and how to do about it? The divine feelings and divine messages like to make yourself feel better. What you need to do is to, what you can do, is to, whatever his initial letter is, your masculine's initial letter is, just take it, write it on a paper, and draw 3 circles. Divine circle is like you can take name of your any of the archangels or any of your deity that you can you are praying for. Just take the name and draw 3 circles around this letter, and you could feel something inside because this is a kind of protection thing for him and from you, from negativity. The next thing is that his feelings reciprocate to her and she becomes unhappy. Well, this is a two-way message. Two-way means what? First of all, you feel unhappy within. Now, this message is conveyed to him because he's your twin flame. Now, because of that, what he does, the way he acts is like he's telling you that this is the way you do. And ultimately, you find this feeling back to you, so you become unhappy. So you're already happy. You submit this request to him. He submits the same request to you, and you feel like he's unhappy or he's doing like this, which is making you unhappy. But actually, you are making yourself unhappy. The next thing is that um, whenever she has sudden outburst, then someone is interfering. Well, this is a kind of divine message. If you feel like suddenly in your daytime, in the night, you're feeling disturbed, very much disturbed at any second, then consider that someone is interfering in your life. That someone could be anyone, but because of that interference, you feel lots of disturbances, like unable to breathe, or it's like a sign could be like you just feel like your mind is diverted, or you just become angry. You don't know the reason. You just feel like you're so much angry. This is because someone is interfering. The next message is like, uh, this is actually a divine message, but this is also good for feeling. Um, I'll just hold this message. I'll not let it to come to you. First of all, let me see how do you feel about these kind of messages. Then I'll think about telling you or not this message. But remaining messages are like that. The thing that you could do is like you can buy a new handbag. Okay, a kind of connection to you, a kind of message that you can buy a new handbag and put his photograph in his bag, in this bag. So it's kind of satisfaction to you. It could send him some kind of messages. So this all conducts divine messages to both of you, that is to feminine and masculine. Hope that it's going to help. Whatever you feel, just let me know. These are the divine messages from the masculine, feminine, and the four archangels. Okay, thank you. Take care. Lots of blessings. And for personal requests, you can send me emails or let me know what you feel about it. Okay, thank you. Take care and lots of blessings. Love.